All right, cellos, here is a full video for a Christmas festival. I made another video of just the Silent Night section, so of course you can isolate that part of this piece with that video if you need more help on that section alone. But otherwise, this is just an overview of the entire piece now. So a lot of shifting for you guys because you have a lot of accidentals to worry about. So let's take it right from the beginning. You're going to start in second position on a 4. 3 for C sharp, and now I made a mistake in your parts. It says 2, that's not right, it should be a 1 right there for your B, and then shift back to an A. Then you're going to do the same thing, like that, and then you'll just bounce on some eighth notes. Remember that little percent sign thing means to repeat the entire previous measure. So you'll be doing 2 measures of either the top note E or the bottom note A. All right, so we're going to take the beginning up to right before rehearsal 2 here for this first section. All right, so starting on your 4, 3 is good for your C sharp. 1, 2, 3, and 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. One and 2. So that scale that we just did a couple measures back, super important that you guys get that together. Be really aggressive, just a simple D scale, but people get all tangled up in it. Cut your dotted eighth a little on the shorter side, pretend the dot is a rest, so then you can get a nice clean, and just nail that high D. Okay, so now we're in the next section. Just a little accompaniment part, the woodwinds have the melody. So this is 1 before 2. Just watch when you're doing on the beat versus off the beat on the ands. All right, so 1 before 2. 1, 2, ready, and. Same thing. Now on the beat, 2, 3. 2, 3. And 1, 2. Okay, so it changes key there at the end. We're modulating into D minor with the 1 flat at rehearsal 3. Another fingering mistake, my fault. The second last line we just played, where you go up to that second position again in the quarter notes. That should be a 1, not a 2 for your B. Okay, so now we're into God Rest You Merry Gentlemen at rehearsal 3. The stesso means same tempo, and we're going to break up this bowing, so 2 beats down, 2 beats up, basically. Careful, there's some C sharp accidentals, and then second fingers for B flats. All right, so we're starting on an F natural second finger. Here's rehearsal 3. 1, 2, 3, and. Oops. 2, 3, 4. And then we get into 4. Sorry, that little finger bobble in there. So smooth and legato as possible. And now at the top of page 2, it says non-divisi here, but please just play the top or the bottom for tuning's sake. And again, here's a lot of those little repeat measures. So you're going to be doing that first measure 4 times in a row. That's why there's a little 4 above the last one. And then same deal, you kind of break it up so it's easier to count what you're doing. So for example, you're just going. over. So just don't lose your spot. Just make sure you know. And then be careful, the second line, about halfway through the line, you do change pitch the top person. So there's all of that. All right, so now let's skip ahead to rehearsal 6, Andante con moto. This is Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And here we go. A little bit of shifting towards the end of this part, but just a third position. All right, so here's 6. 1, 2, 3, and. And then we get into Silent Night. So if you're playing the bottom notes, just rock on with your quarter notes right there. Just keep them steady. Make sure they're nice and loud so we can hear the bottom as well as the top melody. Okay, so here's Silent Night, 7 and 8. Again, for more detailed help on this, exactly walking you through all the fingering, please look at the other video that's just for this section. Otherwise, I'm just going to play straight through it. All right, so here's rehearsal 7, starting in second position. 1, 2, 3. So sorry for a couple intonation things, but keep working on that. That's a tricky section. All right, then you get to rest for a while through all that section. Now we're into the last page. So we've got pickup, and we're going into rehearsal 12. So let's start right on that pickup, that G. Same deal, be careful when you're on the beat versus off the beat. So 1, 2, 1. Big crescendo 4 times through, and then you hit your big old tied half notes at 13. At the end of that part, you're just doing 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 again, and then you have 3 measures to get ready for your 4th position for this big, very dramatic note at 14. So here's 14, starting in 4th, and then we're going to shift back to 3rd, and then back to 1st. So here's 14. 1, 2, 3, and. And you tremolo, 2, 3, 4. Tremolo, 2, 3, 4. Now let's slow down and take a look at this. So right where I stopped, we're going to go to the A string for your 2, 1, 2. Shift up to 2nd position, so you can go 4, 3, 4. Stay there, go 2, 1, 2. 1st position, F natural. Stay there, 3, 2. Shift up, 2 in 2nd. And then we get into the last part there. I just want to make sure my computer didn't go to sleep. I think we're still good. All right, good. So let's take that up to a faster tempo now. I'm going to start after 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or it's the line after 14, the second measure. Okay, so here's all those crazy chromatic triplets. 1, 2, sorry, triplet, triplet. Okay, so work that out so you can get that comfortable second to first position. And now here's the last chunk at 15. Notes aren't hard, but it goes really, really fast. It's in 1. So it's easy to lose your spot and lose where your counting is, particularly in the second line where you're changing on the and of the beat, not on the beat. So here we go. Here's 15 in 1. 1, 1, 1, 2, ready, and. I knew I was going to mess that up. Yuck. All right, so there's that awful shift. Here we're looking for that F right there. So it's just third position. I just couldn't hit it. So, and then back. So practice that quite a bit. Play that way, way better than I can. Get up to that high F. All right, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll be working in sectionals and in class a lot on this piece to get ready for next month.